Right, we're going to go through quite a lot of projects today. A lot of projects. The majority of the new projects that I've found that I'm in and that are doing really fun, great. Some of them are doing great, some of them are fun, some of them aren't doing great, but they're still fun, are on Pulsechain. So we're going to begin today on Pulsechain, then we're going to go over to the Binance Smart Chain, and then we're going to end talking about my own NFT project and some great bullish news we have for that because our miner testing is almost complete. I'm going to show you the results from our testing and why the mining contract that we've created is the greatest mining contract that's ever been coded. That's right. And I'll show you exactly why, especially for early entrants into it in a fair, honest way. So that's cool. But let's just start with some congratulations are in order. Pulse Rate was the first ever whitelist competition we did with the Shitcoin Club DAO. And at the same time, it has been extremely successful. So they've now reached over $1 million in TVL under 1 month, under 1 week. It's been running for under 1 week, already up there. So this is them on Twitter. So, you should be liking this stuff, liking it, retweeting it, getting the algorithm flowing for them. Because now, if they can grow to 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, the price of P-Rate and their share token, P-Share, is going to go parabolic because coming to it right now, yes, it has done really well. Awesome. So now $1.2 million. So in the space of 2 hours, I've had another 200 grand put in here. The P share token is now back up to almost 5 grand. It went all the way down to $2,000. I bought more. Now it's gone up to almost 5,000. And the P rate token has gone from 2 TWAP of 2, which means 2 times over the peg of Pulsechain token, to now 3 times over the peg of Pulsechain token. So we've seen a glorious bounce. Look at that bounce. See that? Boom, and then coming up. Now, I know some bullish things that are coming out very soon with Pulse Rate, which I think is going to extend this renaissance of Tforks for us all, right? They have already done a couple things which have been pretty innovative, which I like. The first one, of course, is that they have a referral reward. 5% of all earned P-Share tokens in the staking room. If you use a referral, that would go to you, right? Automatically straight into your wallet. That's really cool. So anyone can join this yield farm, share their link, and then earn passively from other people coming in after them, right? Perfect Ponzi-nomics. Nice. And they've added new farms to their staking. Now, these farms, at first, I was a bit confused why they chose these farms. But then, after I got in, I realized the logic behind it. So they added Bitcoin from Ethereum and Pulse Bitcoin pools into the farming. Before, it was P-Rate with Rat Pulse or P-Share with Rat Pulse. And there was one pool which you could pay a 4% deposit fee to get into, which was Pulse token with USDC. So none of their native tokens. All the other ones were different combinations of stable coins and their native tokens. That was it. These 6 pools here. Now, what they did 2 days ago was they added another 6 pools. These pools have, again, they have 2 pools which you can pay a deposit fee for that don't have their native tokens. Pulsechain token and Ethereum Rat Bitcoin, which is Bitcoin at the price of Bitcoin today, about $30,000 per Bitcoin, okay? At an APR of 800%, 4% deposit fee. 80 grand already put in here. And then Rat Pulse with Pulse Bitcoin, which is not pegged to the price of Bitcoin. Maybe it will be one day. But these days it's worth about $100, and it's an extremely volatile token because it's basically Bitcoin given a new lease of life. It's just called Bitcoin because it was swapped over, but people are giving it value by buying and selling it. So I actually went in this one for a laugh because I think it'd be kind of fun. But I didn't go in with Pulse token. I went in with P-Share token because I thought I'd go even more high risk on it, right? So that's what I did. We could check these out. They also have P-Share with the Ethereum Bitcoin. Also, if you go in with their native tokens, so for example, P-Share with Rat Bitcoin, I didn't have to pay a deposit fee for this. And the P-Share has gone mooning. I don't know how the Pulse Bitcoin's been doing. P-Rate, of course, has been doing really great. But let's see if we can find it. And then I guess we'll know how it's been performing. This one here, yeah, $128 for a Bitcoin. Those were the days. So this is Pulse Bitcoin. it's had a wild chart. Check this out, right? This chart since it launched is insane. Launched at nothing, right? And then woof, all the way up from $50 up to $300 in the space of a couple of days, and then crash, and then kind of leveled out about half that, $125. I think this will rip crazily once the bull run starts going, and it will get just exponentially closer to Bitcoin. Is my gamble, right? So I'm farming with this because it's more exciting, not with a huge bag, just with a little bit. So that's the nice little incentives that they've added, because actually pairing up Bitcoin from Ethereum at the 30 grand price, normal price of Bitcoin, with Pulse, and paying 4% deposit fee, you're still getting yourself 2.3% daily on that. That means after 2 days, your deposit fee is already covered. Getting paid in P-Shares has doubled in price in the past 24 hours. So anyone who did go into these once they launched, when they launched with the crazy high APRs, has already pretty much paid themselves even with P-Share rewards. Let's do some collecting, and then I'm going to explain the other changes they're going to be making to this, or improvements, not changes, improvements to it that they're going to be making. So now I've got 5 grand in this. I've already taken out more than I put in for the pre-sale, which we got into through the DAO. And now I'm just, I've got $115 to claim today. We've got some tokens in my wallet. Let's just grab what's going on. So I have some P-Rate and wrapped Pulsechain token, $500 in here, $13 to claim today for that. We have ourselves PLS and USDC. I paid this, so this is the non-native pool. I put in $1,500 of this so far. I've got $10 to claim today for that one. We have P-Rate and P-Share. I took a gamble with this. I've got $1,500 in this, and I've got $47 to claim. This is only about 10 hours of farming, by the way. Epic gains. Yes, indeed. I'll probably take some profit on that pool later today and move it into one of the non-native pools. Just a little bit, skim some profit, and then maybe come back in later, right? Because things don't go up forever. Tforks are very volatile. Hope you understand that. Let's claim the big bag. And down here, I have the last pool, which I went into, $8 from $177 after just 12 hours, which is crazy, crazy gains. Awesome gains. I'm going to leave the other ones to compound a little bit more, build up a little bit more, then I'll deal with them. At the same time, we take the P-Share that we're earning in this staking section, we come to the boardroom, and then we can act on that. So this is boardroom. As long as the peg is above 1.01, at the moment we're at 3.29, well above peg, right? Then we can also stake our P-Share in here and earn ourselves P-Rate token. We can claim that token every 3 epochs, which is 18 hours, and we can unstake from this every 24 hours, so 4 epochs, right? So at the moment, I can't do anything. I can only add more P-Share or claim. What I'll be doing is I'll be waiting for 8 minutes, then I'll claim out this earn P-Rate, then I'm going to stake more P-Share into this part just to build up my rewards here too, because the APR is 6.3% daily. Yes, excellent. Now the changes, the improvements they're making to Pulse Rate are actually here. They are going to be adding, I was talking to the dev, and he says he's going to be adding an option that when you get your P-Rate from here, you can either claim it out as you want to and then swap it into liquidity, then put it back into staking, or sell 100% of it, as some people do like to do, farm and dump, right? Which isn't best for community. You really shouldn't be doing that. We should be trying to keep this above peg so we all get paid for as long as possible. That's my plan. I'm going to be doing that. I recommend you to do that too. Because if we do just follow the community way, then we're going to get bank from this, right? If we all act in a selfish manner, none of us are going to get rich off it. So just think about that, right? Think about that. Anyway, what they're adding is there's going to be another option where you don't have to take out your earn P-Rate. You can actually single stake it inside the boardroom to earn on your P-Rate. So it'll be like compounding interest, your rewards from this. I think it's a really great addition because it gives you something else to do with P-Rate token. And that's all we really need. So that's me talked enough about Pulse Rate. It's going really well. I'll do my farming and swapping and liquidity building another time because I've already done it on video. If you want to know more about it, watch my prior videos. So that's Bitcoin, Pulse Bitcoin, that's Pulse Rate. Of course, safest place, safest yield you can find on Pulsechain will probably be going to PulseX to the farms and just getting a nice stake going. So for example, I've got wrapped ETH with Ethereum, 2 grand in here, earning me Pulse token. Now quite interested in getting into the Bitcoin, not from Ethereum. Do they have the normal Bitcoin? No, they don't. So they only have the real Bitcoin. Getting you wrap Bitcoin from Ethereum LP, with Bitcoin, this one. So they're using Bitcoin from Ethereum on Pulsechain Bitcoin for 89% APR, which is pretty great. So I will probably be starting to gamble in this pool as well. That's PulseX Farms. There is no single staking because Richard Hart said, no, we're not doing it. So it's never going to happen. But there are single staking options inside of Pulsechain. We're going to have a look at some. Just as we saw, we can soon, hopefully, single stake our Pulse Rate token. And here's a new one. This is EasySwap.io. This is similar in fashion. It's liquidity farming V2 style. They don't have single staking of any tokens which you may know of, but they do have single staking of their Easy token with XEasy. The thing that I liked about this one is I found this pool, which is stable coins in liquidity, USDC, USDT, both are $1 on Pulsechain for 194% APR. It was 200% yesterday. Now it is 194. We have some small rewards, $2.82, because I only put in $800 into this to test it. But now I can harvest that and take the Easy token and decide what to do with it. So $2, it's not, I'm just going to show you the possibilities, right? So if I did have 10 grand in here, I would have had $20, right? Which is great for 24 hours of yield farming, right? They have other options too. There is no deposit fee for these farms, so I think that's why they're going to be doing really good in the future. USDC and Pulse for 300%. These APRs will start to fall drastically, but there's already a good amount of liquidity in this, $2 million of liquidity already in here staked, right? So I got the Easy token. I have two options. I can three options. I can sell it all into stables, compound back into stables, which I'll probably be doing, not gonna lie. Or I can sell half of it, pair it with Pulse token to earn high APR and get more Easy token, continue that, build my Pulse bag. Or come into the XEasy and come to the dashboard, and we can single stake our Easy token into here and get ourselves converted into XEasy. Once you're holding XEasy inside of the platform, you earn dividends from the platform, a profit sharing model for maximum utilization. And when you do that, you can then go to XEasy dividends and you receive more XEasy token, but you also receive USDC stablecoin. So if you are looking to stack up your stablecoins, which I am looking to do, then this could also be a really great a way to do it, because you get 394% on this with a 2% on staking fee. So what you could do is stablecoin farm with 2 LPs of stablecoin, right? And then come in here with your profits, then earn another 394% and earn the stablecoin. But my problem is I tried something very similar to this on Phantom Chain about a year ago. I can't remember what it was called. Equalize? No, it was before Equalizer. Anyway, it didn't work out. In the end, they were doing DAI, but in the end, the DAI that I earned from staking their reward token and getting the DAI didn't add up to if I had just farmed and sold everything. So that's why I'll probably be selling most. Unfortunately, I'm a bad boy. I was just saying in Pulse Rate that you should not do this, but then I'm probably going to do it here. If you are part of EasySwap team and you're watching this video and you want to explain to me why I shouldn't farm and dump, please get in the comments or into our Telegram community chat, the one in the description that's free to enter, right? And let us know. We also have Swap for Gas, which is just swap any coins into PLS for gas. Pretty cool. You can take any of the tokens you don't want and change that for gas. That's a nice function. So they do look like they have more going for them than other yield farms, which do exist. So I wouldn't say Pulse Rate is a yield farm. It's a tomb fork. It's a high risk speculative investment vehicle to try to get you super rich super fast. EasySwap's a slow game. They also have Daytona Finance, right? I'm not in this. The reason being that I don't see anything special about Daytona Finance other than the fact they have a referral reward for shilling, right? It is simply just Goose Finance or PancakeSwap V2 on the Pulsechain network, right? And I think that's been reflected in the token price, which started at 1 cent, went all the way up to 45 cents. Great gains for people. But then since then, it's crashed 13 cents. and it's below its former higher high. And I don't know, my experience of platforms like Daytona is that this is going to be farmed to zero because there really isn't much going for it, right? Really isn't much. They have deposit fees for everything. I saw hundreds of yield farms just like these in the early stages of the Binance Smart Chain, and they were just so easily forkable. And if they don't have anything new, apart from they can make new pairs all they want, but if they don't have anything new coming out that's going to really give it utility and incentive, I can only see this inflating itself and the Tony price going to zero. So I would say if you were going to get into something, I would recommend EasySwap because they have a little bit of utility for the swap for gas. They have a different kind of a more sustainable model or something to do with their reward token, as opposed to just pairing it for more APR. They have the other option to pair it for platform rewards. So it is a better model, more sustainable model. Maybe I should be stacking some. Price is $55 per Easy at the moment. It was $65 yesterday. So I'm sure other people are just doing the same as I am, okay? The other one that's launching pretty soon, this is 9inch, and we went into the sacrifice for this. If you are following the channel and, you know, follow some of my non-financial advice calls, just exploring the blockchain essentially. We went into this, it's now on testnet, and this is what they have. So they have a trade section with limit trading, which is further utility, which is something great to see. They have the earning of farms and pools. Their farms look like they're using a lot of random tokens. Ethan Hex, good one. Not fan. Ethan Hedron. Hedron is pretty cool. I haven't gone into it in video, but it is something that I'm thinking about investing in, so I might do a video on Hedron in the future. ETH and Zen. I do have some Zen, so that could be a good one. Ethan Moore, the Trevelyan James's token. I don't own it, but support it. Why not? So none of these really get me going. They should probably Ethan Hex is the best one. Probably have the highest. They also have the pool section. Single stake your Hex or your 9inch or nothing really awesome. They could do with a couple more blue chips, to be honest. They have the faucet section. Get free ETH to try out 9inch on testnet. I don't want to. Sorry, I'm too busy. I would, but you know, I'm busy. Buy and burn. Select LPs to buy and burn 9inch. Interesting. And they have an analytics page. So they are experimenting very much with fully degenerate tokens and extremely fly by the seat of your pants kind of new utilities, which is cool. And I have to support this, and I won't be farming and dumping it. I'm going to be trying to support it because I like when new blockchains open and projects try to do unique and different things with what they've created, right? That's why I'm not, like I'm saying, I don't want to shit all over Daytona, but it's just, it doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry. I'm sure if I got in on day one and I earned the insane gains on the Tony token, I would be speaking differently of it, but I didn't. I watched it. Didn't expect to go that high, but good, whoever got in, good job. We have Zen, of course, Zen going very well. Will we do another stake? We're just doing the same thing as we're doing on all the other networks with Zen. While the hype is down for Zen and the prices are down, it's fantastic because also that means the gas for minting Zen is generally down. So I have 11 stakes so far on Pulsechain. We do a stake every couple days, so we'll just do another one. Max, always the same. Max, maximum. Collect that Zen. Pay a little bit of gas, come back here in a year and a half when the bull run's in full force, and I'll be paying more gas to get my Zen, but Zen will surely be worth more, I think. So that's Zen. $6 for a massive stake. When Pulsechain opened, it was about $30. So that's how it works. The moment I'm still doing Polygon, Phantom, not AVAX, I'll stop that for now. And I'm considering doing another Ethereum one while this gas war is really low. Because of course, the only time we really want to do these stakes is when the gas goes super high. If you want to find new projects on Pulsechain or how Pulse is performing compared to the sacrifice phase and if it was a disappointment or not, this is gopulse.com. Day 52 since launch of Pulsechain, the prices are not the best. We are under the sacrifice price for Pulse, 0.93. We are under the price for PulseX, 0.31, which is 0.28 under sacrifice, which is pretty bad. I think that's how I'm reading it. Or is it 0.93 times what the sacrifice was? Maybe it's above sacrifice. Still, not lighting the world on fire. Price of hex is 1 cent. Price of incentive is $5 when it was before it was $12 or $20. The problem with incentive is there's little incentive to hold it. I'm holding some, but like nothing's happening with it. Apparently it's like Bitcoin, but I don't believe that because many coins are like Bitcoin, but they aren't. You know, I'm not going to go down to the shop and pay for anything with incentive coin. So they really need to incentivize incentive, I would say. And PulseX, which is doing badly too. The only one that's kind of holding up is Pulse Token at the moment. You can find a bunch of different links to different projects here as well. They're sponsors. The one that I was looking at earlier was Hocus Pocus, which seems to have another sacrifice. This is another kind of DEX. It's a magical DeFi protocol that leverages enchanting blockchain spells to empower investors on the Pulsechain network. I haven't joined it. There's also Liquid Loans. It is live on Pulsechain testnet v4. You can check out Liquid Loans. There are a bunch of other blockchains as well. You are able to borrow and lend on different blockchains. So you'll be able to lend and borrow on Pulsechain, which is going to be great too. And finally, to finish up today, we have Pulse FOMO, who I'm a little bit disappointed with this, right? They kind of screwed it. What they did was they had the one game, which everyone was enjoying playing, still doing it, but now the volume's really low on it, which means everyone who went into it isn't really earning many rewards on their hearts. Because they went out and then added another game, a super fast version of the game, which only lasted like a day, and everyone got wrecked because it was just a cash grab essentially. And then they've gone and went straight up and then made a Binance version of Pulse FOMO Binance version, which again just seems like a cash grab when the whole thing should have been them trying to build a utility or the advertising or the exposure to this game and wait until at least this one finishes, right? So that all the people who invested into it can get more gains from other people coming in. But now by just moving to Binance Smart Chain, pretty sure that won't work as well as this one. And then probably will be forgotten about, right? I don't think it's going to be successful anymore. So it was a miss. Can't win them all. That's why I'd say don't risk anything more than you're willing to lose and always do your own research. And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a completely awful, addicted degen who just likes to find every project I can, get in as early as possible, and see if I can make gains. I didn't lose money on this, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people who did go on this are not ROI yet. So that's why they should be focusing on this one and not the other ones. How does it work? You put in PLS, you buy hearts. When this timer goes to 0, the one person who is the last depositor will win this pot of 10 grand. That's about it. So everyone is incentivized that every time someone buys hearts with Pulse token, this timer will go back up in time by minutes, depending on how much they put in. Eventually, when it goes down to like an hour, everyone's going to be hopefully FOMOing into this to try and win the pot, which is going to be ever growing because the price of hearts is going to go up at the same time. But it's fairly lost momentum, so let's see if they can recover it. Right, that's everything from Pulsechain today. This will be part of the Shitcoins of the Week program and also as a separate video, so get in there and check it out and enjoy your day, because now we're going to move into the Binance Smart Chain